Sweet, sweet, sweet. Good morning, children of God. Good morning. What a wonderful day it is. Smiling faces. I saw this one and said, oh, this is what Rob needs to practice this week. Don't pray about it, pray it through. So you have to think about what that means. It's not just the about piece, it's about stepping into the prayer, bringing it into demonstration. That's thinking it through. And the way we do that is just like why we're here today. We come together and sing in the silence. Let's stand. In this moment, love is here. Peace is here. Truth is here. God is here. And we take a moment and we breathe and we acknowledge His presence moving in and through us in this moment. O loving Father, Mother God, in this moment we choose to be open and receptive and responsive to your instruction and to your guidance. In this moment we are grateful for the opportunity to come together, to worship, to sing, and to pray in the name, in the nature, and in the power of the Christ. Amen.
Today's daily word is equanimity, and it's going to be read by Sarah. Sally. I'm close.
You're so close.
Equanimity. I am centered in the peace of my soul. In times of change, I turn within to find peace, centered in the peace and tranquility of God. I accomplish my tasks with self-assurance and joy. If I need to make a decision, I do not act impulsively or hastily. Instead, I patiently wait upon the guidance of God within. My intuitive eyes are watching, and my inner ears are listening. When clarity comes, I am ready to act. If I am not ready to do anything, I respect this as well. I bring the energy of equanimity, calm, and composure to every situation. The love of God is my stabilizing force. I manage change with serenity and poise. Connected to my deepest places of stillness, I am anchored in peace and love. And from Psalms 108, the first chapter, my heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast.
One of the things that works well in my life is when I remember who I am. Not necessarily what I show to my world, but who and what I am when I work from the center of me. And so, the more you take those words of the truth of you, give them power and put them into your world, the more it becomes the truth of you. Let's take our affirmation together. I am a child of the living God. I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I am now in the presence. Let's rest into that truth with I believe in you. I believe. Lord, I trust. I have faith. We take these words of the truth of us and gently now and easily move into that place within you that Jesus called your secret place, your inner closet. It is that place within where there is no question, there is no doubt. And as we have stilled our bodies, we quiet our mind. As we enter into this secret place, we close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what I should have done. I close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what I have yet to do this day, and for one holy moment I rest. I breathe. And I listen. For in my prayers, I'm learning to ask. It is here in the stillness and in the silence where answers come. Today, perhaps in a word, peace, love, order. Perhaps in a song. Regardless of how it comes to you this day, know these gifts come wrapped in love. And today, in this moment, we reach out, we say yes, and we accept these gifts. In this moment, all my needs are met. In this moment, I know what is mine to do, and I choose to do it. As I accept these gifts, knowing they come to me wrapped in love, I immerse myself in them. And as I do so, each and every cell of my being responds. In this moment, I am lifted up. I breathe. I remember. I am a channel through which good flows into my world. This day, in this moment, I open that channel wide. From me, through me, these gifts move into this place where they join with other thought of like mind, growing in strength and in power, moving, touching each and every one of God's children. I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing from me, through me. From this place, good flows, peace flows, love flows into our community, wherever that might be this day. Touching, healing, blessing across our city, across our state, touching, healing, blessing. And in this moment, I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing from me, through me, across our country, around our world, touching, healing, blessing each and every one of God's children, whether they know it or not. From me, through me, throughout our universe. In this sense of oneness, I am reminded that in truth and in spirit, we are never separate one from the other. Somewhere, somewhen, someone is saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for the gifts that you sent this day from you, through you, are gratefully received, and that gratitude swells up and returns to you. And in this moment, the circle of life, whole and complete, I breathe it, I live in it, and I rest for one holy moment. knowing there is more yet for me to do this day, holding to this experience we have shared, gently now, easily, I bring my attention back to this now, to this when. And from my heart, I join with you and pray as Jesus, our elder brother, taught us when he said, "As for you, pray therefore in this manner." Just catching up with it. I'm so thankful for Terry, my assistant, who finds these slides. I never know from week to week what they're going to look like. I mean, we talk about it a little. You know, she gets the same kind of stuff that Steve does, a name, and says, okay, put this in prayer, let's see how it plays, and I'll come up with something. And they do, and 99.9% of the time, it's perfect. The other 1/10 of 1% of the time, it's perfecter. Just works. You see, when you learn how to get out of the way and just allow God to work through you, amazing things happen in your life. They just do. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, that's a coincidence. And you may smile and love them. No, it's not a coincidence. I have put something into prayer. I have put something into my thoughts and my feelings. I have given power of my word. And this is the demonstration. How is it going so far for you? Yeah? Some days better than others. Some days better than others. I have a gauge for you. It's just Rob's gauge, take it or not. It works kind of like this. If everything in my world is beautiful in this moment, that would be God in charge. If everything in my world is pretty good, that would be me trying to help. If everything in my world kind of goes, that would be me trying to do it all. And I know better. So if you find yourself in any one of those three areas, feel free to shift. Come out of wherever it is you're having that moment and go from there. But, however, Give yourself permission to have the bad day. One of the challenges that we have in New Thought particularly is we go with this. I know something shows up in my life and I do this, and then I say, I know better than that. Right? Breathe. Yes, you do. So what? So here's an opportunity to heal. You see, there is, when I talk about a divine plan, I'm not talking about something that is cast in concrete. I'm talking about something that I cannot see. I'm talking about something that is greater than what I can see. Think about it from this. As a parent, you understand this. You want the very highest and best for your children. And they will do dumb stuff. He said, raising his hand, ask my mother. And many of you have. Are my kids following in my path? Ask me. So good to have them. And my grandkids are working on it. We all go through these growth parts of us, don't we? But when things aren't quite right, that's when we have the opportunity, because of what we believe, to just breathe and say, I know who my source is. I know who I am at the core of me. Now, that may not be what I'm showing my world at the moment. At the moment, I'm showing old grumpy face. But at the core of me is love. At the core of me is peace and order and harmony. And I just need to go there, breathe, and out it comes. And the more often I do that, the less the third option shows up. Now, I still live in the second a lot, but more and more in the first as well. This moment, breathe, perfect. This moment, breathe, wonderful. This moment, breathe, harmonious, don't hyperventilate. I heard somebody go, I'm not breathing another one. Just get in it. Sorry. One of the joys of having family come together from time to time is you get caught up. And sometimes you really get caught up. You get caught up in the discussion and you look at the clock and you go, oh, it's breakfast time. Didn't we just have dinner? Yeah. Because we're catching up. We exchange ideas. We exchange what's going on in our world. Because it's nice on Facebook, yay. And that wasn't available all that long ago. So there are a lot of ways to maintain communication. Those are all wonderful, but when you get the opportunity to get together, that's better. Will it go like you planned? No. Why? Because each of us has our own agenda. Each of us has our own idea of what that plan looks like. And each of us tries to manipulate into that plan. That seems to be human nature. The challenge with that is then I have a room full of unhappy people. But when you're grandpa, you can do what you want. No, you can't. Trust me, you can't. So when you catch yourself, that's when you need another opportunity to make a shift. And just come from the truth of who you are. And know this, regardless of experience, regardless of condition, I am there. That I am there. God is there. Even if I can't see it yet, it's there. And so when I look in my world and I see challenges, what I'm learning to do is to try and get to the root of it. If I see hunger, what is the root of that? I'm holding on to the notion of lack and limitation. So in that moment, I breathe and I let that picture go, because that's not the truth. It's my experience in my world. I got that. But that's not the truth of me. The truth of me is that God has no limits. God is all, both visible and invisible. Perfect life, love, intelligence, substance. Man is, therefore I am, one with perfect life, love, intelligence, substance. And in that there is no lack nor limitation other than that which I put on it. So when it shows up, I go, yay! Now that sounds counterintuitive. But the yay is, and I have the opportunity to heal it. Here. And so I begin the process. And I take action. Sometimes the action is nothing more than a breath and B, peace. Sometimes that's the action you need to take. Sometimes there's more action. Sometimes you reach in your wallet, out comes a little gift to go someplace. It all depends on the circumstance. If I look in my world and see conflict, I look here. I read this and I'm going to make it into a bumper sticker that I'm going to tattoo here. No, I'm not going to tattoo it here. I saw you looking. You're not going to do that, Grandpa. God only built one temple. This is it. You are the one temple that God made. Everything else is man-made. How are you treating your building? You need to think about that a little bit. See, because the more I work from the truth of who I am, the more I have the opportunity to work with this temple. And I'm beginning to change my language. I was shared with you on a couple of occasions, and again, family comes to get to share it again. I'm working on changing my body temple languaging. I have an immune system that works really, really well. And it's getting better and better all the time, by the way. But it's no longer in conflict. It doesn't kill anything. It doesn't destroy anything. It's not at war with anything. Instead, it greets everything with love and compassion. And for those cells, because I'm talking about at a cellular level, those cells that are not a part of this perfect picture are loved out of it, surrounded in love, and using the wonderful pieces that were put in this body to get rid of that. He said sneezing, right? And I love these things out of existence. How am I doing so far? It's working on me. Just is. There are spots that I have had for a long time because, you know, I let my temple place in the sun a lot. And over the years, more so than others. Now I take a little better care of it. Before I go out, a little sunscreen. But there are spots that are going away. There have been places where I had problems in the past, where my dermatologist went, da, 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 da. And I went, I love you, but no. But I was in fear, a little, yeah, we all have that piece. But I'm beginning to change my languaging, so these things are beginning to change as well. So I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Am I done yet? No. How do I know? I'm still here. Right? There's still some lessons I need to learn. It's still, conflict's still showing up in my world to a degree. And it will until collectively we solve these issues. So that we can look at our communities and come up with new and better ways to serve one another. And we all have our ideas about what that looks like. And so as we enter into silly season, which is between now and November of 2016, look with the eye of solution. Learn not to take offense. People are going to say what people are going to say. Follow the instruction. Jesus said it this way, "What is that to thee?" Well, they're talking bad about you. What is that to thee? Take no offense. See, that's part of that plan too, is that I don't need to take offense. I just need to smile and love through it all. Knowing that regardless of circumstance, God is there in the midst of it. We have fun on Wednesdays when we spend some time in metaphysical discussion of the Bible, where we just take a few phrases and we take a look at it through a metaphysical lens. And for those of you who want to be totally mind-blown, we're going to start on July, the first Wednesday in July at 11 o'clock, we're going to start in the book of Revelations. That ought to be way fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Where we have an opportunity to really look beyond that written word, to look past the symbology and say, what's that there? Within that structure is a plan. That book has a great plan within it. I don't know what it looks like other than what's explained to me. Our Bible, for me, is a blueprint of human evolution. I am the builder, the small I am. The big I am just gave you the pieces. You get to decide what that looks like. What is this world of mine going to be for me? Here are the tools. And each one of the characters in it, each one of the places in it, have a symbology and a representation of something going on in me that I can look at and go, who do I want to polish up today? How many would you like to have more money in your wallet? Take on Solomon's gifts. What did Solomon do? Remember what Solomon asked for? Give me guidance and wisdom that I may lead my people in peace. Okay, here's the interpretation. My people are my thoughts and my feelings. Give me guidance and wisdom so that I can control my thoughts and my feelings to be like you, the way I was built to be, in your image and in your likeness. And God said to Solomon, are you sure that's all you want? Because you're going to ask you that within you. Are you sure that's all you want? Yep, that's it. Give me wisdom, give me guidance, give me direction. I'm good. And unto you all the treasures of the kingdom. You couldn't stop it if you tried. And he didn't try, by the way. He just cooperated. You have that capability within you right now. That's part of that divine plan that you can't see. We're still holding on to stuff that isn't the truth of us, but it is our experience, it is our belief, it's just not true. And it's okay. That's why you're here. You take one step, and then you take another step, and you take another step, and you keep on stepping, is what it comes down to. Most of the time, you just need a plan, part of that divine plan. And it begins with this, breathe. It begins here. What we want to do right now is I want you to look in a mirror. Ta-da! This body temple is that which I see. You got it? Hold the picture, breathe. To that picture, in this moment, I love you. Together, I love you. To that picture, hold it. I bless you. Together, I bless you. Breathe. To that picture in this moment. I appreciate you. Together, I appreciate you. Now breathe and take the leap to that picture in and through you. I behold the Christ. Together, I behold the Christ. That's one step in a divine plan. Namaste.
Thank you for listening. Please feel free to pass this message along to your friends and family. You can obtain additional audio tapes or CDs by visiting our website or by calling our office at 541-772-6902. We invite you to join us in prayer. We know that prayer works, and now you can send your prayer request to our prayer team here at Christ Unity Church by using the form on our website. The activities, programs, and services of this ministry are presented on a love offering basis. All gifts, regardless of size, are gratefully accepted. You may participate either by sending your gift to Christ Unity Church, 540 North Holly Street, Medford, Oregon, 97501, or by visiting us on the internet at www.unitymedford.org.